Hola, buenos dias, it's Kaypacha with the weekly Pele report. And this one is for February 5th of 2020. And if you are in California or the Pacific time zone, the moon will go into Cancer at 11 o'clock this morning. I don't know when you're going to be listening to this report, but she is going to be moving through Cancer through Thursday into Friday, and then on Friday she is going to go into the sign of Leo, where a couple days later, well, actually it's Saturday, a full moon, sun over there in Aquarius, the moon exactly at 20 degrees of Leo to 20 degrees of Aquarius, gives us that full moon. And then she moves on up into Virgo on Sunday. In the meantime, the other aspects that I will talk to you about today, really, it's that Venus, during that time, actually on Friday, Venus leaves Pisces, where she's been for a little while now. She's pretty comfy in Pisces. Venus loves Pisces, Pisces loves Venus, but she goes into Aries. And what does she do? As soon as she gets into Aries, she clunks into Chiron, because Chiron is over there in the early degrees of Aries now, isn't he? Right? So Sunday, we have a Venus conjunct Chiron. In the meantime, Mercury is just, cruising along, kind of slowing down a little bit, because Mercury is over there in Pisces, and it is going to come up and slow down in station at 12 degrees. It's at the early degrees, and, it's kind of in a sextile to the south node of the moon over there in Capricorn, and, yeah. Those, that's about all that there is to be talking about, these days. So, let me find a spot. It's not going to be around here, though. I'm going to go find a special spot for looking at the camera today. Okay. Well, I hope you can see me. This is a little tricky. I am on this slope. I don't know if some of you may be able to tell where I am, and you may see a very famous bridge out there in the background, far, far away. I'll tell you right now, the camera is facing west. The sun is setting behind me. That's why I could just be a big shadow. We'll call this the shadow report. Yeah. Anyway, here. Looks like I could have some goop on the camera itself, on the lens. Oh gosh. Is that better? So, the astrology of these days, there's a little bit of a lull here. I don't know if you noticed, but there are not too many major aspects. Squares and trines and sesquiquadrats and quincunxes and all kinds of, it's kind of a little bit of a chill down week, but we do have the full moon coming on Saturday. And, that is going to be big. Leo is big, likes to do things in a big way. The moon moving through Leo Friday, Saturday, and into Sunday makes this a pretty fun weekend. Maybe a little bit on the wild side. And expressive. Dancing, singing, getting out and about, connecting with other people. This Leo-Aquarius axis is, I like to call it the creative axis. And going back to the new moon in Aquarius, that was, a couple weeks ago now. Okay, it set the tone for this whole month, and this whole month of Aquarius is about envisioning a new future, a new paradigm, stepping outside of the norm, stepping outside of the conventional, stepping outside of the known. Like last week's mantra, stepping outside the known and looking, ahead, looking beyond, far into the future, and where I want to be 25 years from now. And are the people I'm hanging with helping me get there? Maybe I need some new friends. Maybe I need a new job. Maybe I need a new country to live in, whatever it is. This Aquarius wants us to be, outside and view from the eagle eye, from the condor, from the turkey vulture. Really look over the long range view of our lives, of why we're here, of what we are about. Are we growing? Are we expanding? Are we evolving? And so then this moon travels around through Aries and through Taurus and Gemini, gathering more of my personal capacities, talents, desires, and then it wants to come out through Cancer into Leo. And I want to share my truth. I want to share my unique, special self. And I want to encourage each and every one of you to just do something creative. Just paint or draw or, sing a song or do a dance or just, do some kind of expression that is unique to yourself, that only you know, that only you can do, that only you remember, or that only something that you saw or you imagined, and you bring it out of yourself, out of your own inner world, and express it out into the external world. The externalization of self. That is what this Leo full moon is about. That is what today's mantra is about. And that would be lots of just, uninhibited, unfiltered kind of fun that is just spontaneous and open and free. Except what? Venus is just coming out of Pisces, and what does she do? She bumps into Chiron. Chiron, the wounded healer in the early degrees of Aries. I mean, to me, this is like, it comes out of the 12th house of dreams, of fantasies, of imagination. She just tapped into Neptune and squared with Mars. And so it's like, oh, yeah, I've got this new dream. I want to do this new thing. And I've got this new healing or new dance. She opens up the front door, right, to go out into the world. And what does she see? Maybe like her car has a flat tire. The bike that she was gonna ride, the seat fell off, or it's like, this is coming into our wound, this wound of Chiron and Aries. It's like our vehicle, our bodies, or our essential nature, our essential self, has in some way been wounded, been hurt. That we have, we've gotten some bad messages about our bodies, our impulses, our instincts, our sexuality, what we want. There's some wounds around. So it's not like we just, it's not like we're just kids and we're innocent and we're open and we just throw ourselves out on the stage, no inhibitions, no self-consciousness, no stage fright. We're just Leo, blah. I don't think so. No, I think that, through the years and through this time period with Saturn and Pluto, in Capricorn, there's a lot of judgment. there's a lot of, external authorities. There's a lot of people voicing opinions. There's a lot of people having judgments. There's a lot of people, leaving nasty comments, just, whatever out all over the place. And the landscape these days for just expressing who we are and what we are is a little hostile. It's a little challenging. And we can all be feeling. Venus Chiron is very self-conscious, very emotionally sensitive, very careful that, I don't know if I want to expose myself to the judgments and opinions and observations and criticisms of other people. There can be a little lack of confidence, a little lack of fire, a little lack of spontaneity these days with all of this heavy Jupiter, Saturn, Pluto, and it's not over. This 2020 period, is this kind of time where I just want to encourage you, and that's what today's mantra, this week's mantra is about, is that Leo, is that each and every single one of us is special, different, original, unique. That maybe we're all strange, or we're all weird, or we're all, kinky. I mean, everybody's got, their funkiness. But it is each one of us expressing that essential core truth that is why we were born. This is our evolutionary journey. We came to Earth. We came to these bodies. We came to these families. We came to these countries, to just really bring something unique, something special. I want to see if I can find the picture of a time-lapse photo, of a rose growing up through the cracks in a sidewalk in the city and then blooming. It's like a rose, no matter where she is, planted in sand or dirt or up through a sidewalk crack or, inside an air-conditioned office it's like a rose is a rose, and it's got to be a rose. Wherever it shows up, it's a rose. So each one of us, no matter where we are, we may be in very fertile soil that supports us being who we are. We may be in very hostile territory that doesn't support us at all. But we are who we are. And this new moon in Leo says, I've got to be me. I have to show my authentic, true colors. I have to be honest and authentic with myself. I want to really, it's like, we wear our arm on our sleeve, or we just, it's scary to expose ourselves. They could throw tomatoes or rice or money or booze. Like boo. Not alcohol. I mean, they could boo. Like boo. Get off the stage. That kind of boo, I mean, you don't know. But this is the time where the experience of sharing that truth, whether it's received or not, it's like our mission. It's our destiny. So this can be a time of destiny. And we may feel inadequate, insecure, unprepared, not ready. But there, you'll feel something in your core, something deep down inside that says, say it, or go there, or do it, or stand up, or slash that blue color over there. And I encourage you to follow, listen, trust your instinct to really bring you forward and out into the world in a new way. And you may make new friends. You may find that the people you thought were going to criticize you and say boo actually appreciate and love what you have to share. And you may find that the people that you thought were going to like everything about you turn around and say boo. It's just like, it's very, very, we don't want to project too much of our expectations. What did I just read about today? It was the get away from the P, the projected expectations and anticipations. Get away from the projected expectations, be spontaneous, and allow life, allow people, allow the world, allow the feedback to come naturally, and you can be very pleasantly surprised. Even if you are a silhouette and you are a shadow, people might still listen. Let me finish today with today's mantra, which is, regardless of my surroundings, what others say, do, or feel, I have a core, essential truth. It's my destiny to reveal. There is this thought, it's a paradox, really. In some ways, we can say that yes, if you hurt somebody, you are responsible for the way that they feel. If you punch somebody in the face and they lose a tooth, okay, and it hurts, and they are hurt, yes, we are our brother's keeper. We are our sister's keeper. There is this side of us where we are all one. We are all connected. And then again, the paradox is that we are not totally and fully responsible for everyone else's feelings. Because the astrologer can look at the birth chart and see Mars transiting or Uranus transiting, and it's time for, a shock. It's time for a surprise. It's time for a new leaf to be turned in your life. It's time for, your liberation. And your liberation may involve somebody that you loved leaving you. And yet, it is your liberation, and you may not know it for years down the road that was the best thing that happened, even though in the moment it's painful and you face loneliness or you face your wound of rejection or abandonment. But it's part of this future unconscious soul intention. So this is the paradox. We are responsible for other people's feelings, and in another way, we are each creating, consciously or unconsciously, comings and goings in our life. And it's not, and we really can't always blame and point fingers at other people. It's almost like we pulled this Godzilla into our life to, unconsciously to slap us around or step on us. or we pulled in this, knight on a white horse to, carry us across the river. Okay. But yeah, it's like, the soul is very powerful, and the soul is unconscious. And your astrological birth chart is a blueprint of your soul, not your ego, not your identity, not who we think we are, but who we really are beneath those layers of consciousness. So this unconscious aspect and element, it even bleeds into the collective unconscious. So there are many forces at play. There are many laws besides the law of attraction. Okay, there's only so much that our thinking and our conscious mind and will can do. So it's important to meditate. It's important to delve down Venus Chiron, going into our deepest feelings and expressing our true feelings in the most gentle, beautiful way we can. And you may hurt other people's feelings, but it is also part of your destiny to reveal your unique truth. And sometimes that truth hurts. So it may hurt other people. And you don't want to hurt other people, but you need to express your truth. So the idea, I feel, is just the intention. That your intention is love, that your intention is making your life a work of art, and that your intention is opening up your heart and opening up consciousness and entering into wider, bigger, broader circles of life. And the intention is what really counts. That's what really matters in the end. So, regardless of my surroundings, what others say, do, or feel, I have a core, essential truth. It's my destiny to reveal. May you reveal your core, essential truth this week with that full moon and evermore beyond that. Namaste, aloha, so much love.